Okay guys, here's the deal. You can see here, I got the top mounted up here. It's still not bolted on. So if I pull down here, the back lifts off. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put 2 or 3 bolts on each side after I get them aligned here with the inner fender. And then my plan was to do some shoring and hang the doors up, you know, off of the edge of this. What might actually make it a little easier is if using the top, I get the wing walls. I get the wing wall, I keep calling them wing walls. Spread your broken wings. Put the wings in, get the cowl section set up, get the windshield set up, and at least tacked in or clecoed in, and then I think it'll make the whole door situation a little easier. Someone keeps asking me, what is a cleco? Shame on you guys, shame on you. You should know what a cleco is by now. They're all over the internet. Cleco wrench, right? You go like this, and it sort of thins out. You stick it through 2 panels, and then as it pulls back, it widens up because there's like a blade inside there. So there's 2 ways to do that. I like to use this Nico hole punch for the exact size. You need clecos in different diameter for different diameters holes. So I just set this punch up for that exact diameter. Or you can drill, which sometimes you have to do. A lot of times you have to do. So that's how I hold all this stuff together. The whole back half is held together by clecos right now. The only thing welded on this car is the floor pan. So, all right, let's get to work. So I shot that intro, and then I went and put the 4 bolts in, and it's 2 days later. I can't get anything done, man. Oh, life just, but you know, I reorganized the garage wall there so I could get the kids' bikes to be accessible. They were in the shed, and the shed was a disaster, so many parts. But you know what? I spent a lot of time organizing that and taking care of family stuff. I got the in-laws in town, but the best way to make it easy to organize your shop is to get the Bronco done. So let me get back to work here. All I did was clamp the wing walls, I keep calling them wing walls, kick panels, and now I'm just working on the windshield to cowl piece. I gotta get some of these old brackets off. I got all new brackets here and clean it up. The thinking is that I'll use that piece to tie these 2 together and then attach the windshield frame to that, and then attach the windshield frame to that, and then I'll have the basic structure to start doing the doors. So I spent a few hours patching up a corner of the cowl panel that I think I showed you guys. I mangled it when I was taking the spot welds off, and then I basically just clamped it to the kick panels there, and just clamped the cowl pieces together just to kind of get a feel if I missed anything huge. Obviously it's all just totally loose and clamped. There's no rigidity or anything, but it's getting me there. What I might do is cleco in my firewall, which theoretically should sit out there. Morning, how you doing? Yeah. You can do it. Do it. Amateur tip. I call it an amateur tip because, you know, guys do pro tips, but I think I've demonstrated I'm far from a pro. So these are the Home Depot blades for the cutter, Diablo. These aren't half bad, but the Harbor Freight blade, good morning. The Harbor Freight blades, I don't know what it is about them. They just sit there and spin and make the metal hot. They don't cut anything. It's ridiculous. Ah, does not feel like I've seen in years. Baseball. Oh man, I need another coffee. One of the problems I'm having is I'm starting to run critically low on Clecos here. I got so many on this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just on each corner. There are 12. I mean, a lot of Clecos. So at some point, I either got to start welding or order more Clecos. I got 50, by the way. So if you're doing this, I recommend probably going to need the 7.5er. Maybe the Hondo. Probably the Hondo. Stupid kids' music getting stuck in my head. Imagine Dragons. What kind of Imagine Dragons? Sounds like some code word to go do some heroin at lunch, you know what I'm saying? Not the best fit ever, not gonna lie. Okay, now I think we might be able to hang the windshield. Hang the windshield kind of sounds like a kid's movie. Hang the windshield. Hang the windshield. It's the problem with sandblasting. You hear that sand falling out of it? I'm not using this is the old one. I'm not using it. It wasn't that easy alone, I'll be honest. But this plan with the top thing's working okay, you know? I mean, it's not the worst plan I've ever had in my life. Doing a frame-off restoration on the Bronco is probably the worst plan I've ever had in my life. It's brutal. Tons of work. Shall we take a look? So you can see that the angle there, actually, can you see that? Yeah, you can probably see how the kick panel is angled way forward at the top like that. I suspected that was the issue. I noticed that the holes didn't line up. Like when I try to line the holes up down here at the bottom of the kick panel, these holes, then all of my dimensions get screwed up. Like, and I thought those were alignment holes, and they probably are. I probably screwed something up, but oh man, look at that blister. Oh. I should probably go pop that. So, yeah. Wow, that's a big blood blister. Probably not that big, actually. But anyway, where was I going with this? Right. So I need to kick the bottom of that kick panel forward. By the way, if you're not sure if you've married the right person, I married the right person. Amazing. She takes care of me, man. What can I say? I Clecoed in the rocker. Actually, I'm using these self-tapping screws since I'm running low on Clecos. I can see why guys prefer those. There's definitely the advantage of just being able to push through and secure at the same time. So I'm going to try to get this door up here. It's too high. This windshield, holy smokes, that's off. Yeah, you can see that. It's way off. Up there, it's not too far off. But down here, what's funny is I see some of you guys rolling around with that gap. But I'm not going to name any names. Well, I could. So firewall needs to come back a bit, I think. If you guys remember, when I was setting up the front end, I purposely made like Cleco marks or Cleco joints here at the where the connector brace goes, and you can see I'm way off. So that tells me this panel is either this is way too far over, or this core support needs to come this way a bit more. I don't know, but I'm really glad I did that, because now I've got some references to try to work to. At this point, I'm just experimenting because, you know, I've definitely got fitment concerns, but there's nothing I can do but mock it up and try, so I'm working on it. Whoa, visitors. Hey, hey, ended up taking a bit of a break. A squirrel, so we took out a wood burning stove and just sort of covered the hole with a bucket lid because we knew we were going to remodel. That was two and a half years ago. Anyway, a squirrel somehow got through the grating at the top of the chimney and fell all the way down this chute, and then was back there chirping, a little baby squirrel. So had to handle that situation. Okay, now I'm fighting the metal, back to fighting the metal a little bit, you know, get my distances. One of the issues is the newer body panels don't have as deep of a lip up here, right? So the distance between the edge of this flange and the side of the back of the kick panel is a little different than stock, about a ½ inch different. So I've been fighting with that. And then that of course affects all this. So basically that means that this side would have to get shaved down about a ½ inch. That should give me clearance. I don't want to do that until I'm good and ready though. Good and ready. So that's one part. The other part is I'm running a little bit out of steam. I got my door hung. Everything's pretty tight, meaning not in a good way, like it's too squeezed down. So I think my top is a little low, which means that this is a little low. But there's no real way to guess and tell and calculate. Like, I just have to get this done and hang my body panels. But one thing I'd like to do before I hang the front end again is find my brackets for the dashboard and hang the dashboard, because the dashboard attaches to the windshield frame and to the kick panels. So it's got a function there structurally. So I have a good reason for wanting to install that. So I need to go look for those and get that done. Not really a change in plan, but a slight modification in plan is, I'm going to do the dash like I said, but I just realized the brake pedal, well, I'm looking for the dash brackets, which I can't find, of course. The brake pedal also does the same thing. It locates the cowl to windshield with the firewall. So not the same thing, it does a different thing. It locates the cowl to windshield to the firewall. So I'm going to put this on, that'll locate those, and then the dash will locate the cowl windshield to the kick panel. So, you know, these bolts get pretty rusty universally, so I'm just running a tap through them. I know you're not supposed to use a drill, but I saw Lucky Costa do this on Motor Trend, and it's a lot faster when it works. God, those threads are so filthy, it's ridiculous. Now I gotta go look at all my photos and see which bolts I'm supposed to use, because I totally forgot. That's why photos are useful. Oh, I looked everywhere, in all my old bins, but you know where it was? In my nice, shiny, CAD-plated bins. Those are my dash brackets. So, what a waste. Doesn't matter, it's okay. I can afford to get things CAD-plated, so life is good. So, I'm running out of steam a little bit, but I was just test fitting this door again, and what I found is the backside gaps are pretty much the same as they were. This gap is still bad, but not as bad. You know, this is the standard. The gap's right here, but then flares out here. Well, I think that's pretty good for a day's progress. I mean, the fitment sucks, but at least I'm getting the general assembly. Well, look who decided to show up. How you doing, man?
I'm coming good.
Come on in. You remember Carl? He had the Acid Dip 66. Carl, say hi. Good to see you again.
Hello, YouTube.
Well, yeah, that's right. My growing empire. Anyway, we got a lot to catch up on. I'll see you next time on Matt's Garage. Scratch that. Actually, Carl came and we looked it over. I told him my plan. He was basically like, "You're stupid," but he didn't say it because he's a super nice guy. But he thought it. I could tell, you know. So it got me thinking. And it got him thinking. We stood there and we thought, two men thinking together, realized if I just dropped that rocker or the cake panel, it would bring this down and boom, look at that, lined up perfectly. So thank you, Carl. Appreciate the thoughts and you helping me out. You gotta basically do the same on the other side. Oh, one thing about the other side. This should have a dog leg like this. There shouldn't be any metal right where that is. That's causing the fender to sit up high. So I'm gonna take care of that dog leg. Whoop. So I'm gonna take care of that dog leg, and then the fender will sit the way it's supposed to, and then I can do the same thing on the other side by jacking the rocker panel up or down to see the kick panel up or down to get it lined up like this. Once that's done, I mean, this gap looks great. Once that's done, then I can actually get my door posts in. These are just hung up there. There's nothing holding the doors in other than those two clamps and the rocker. And then, yeah, we're off to the races. And then I'm finish screwing everything on, get these cowl pieces to fit properly, bring out the hood, bring out the grill, make sure everything fits. Then I'm going to put in a bunch of alignment holes, and then so it goes back exactly how I took it apart, and then blast everything apart, prep the weld edges, and put it back together and weld everything up. That's sort of the plan. I don't know how much of it I'm going to videotape. Hopefully, you guys seem to like it, at least the hardcore of you. So hopefully I can get a lot of it on tape, but you never know, man. It's a ton of work, and I turn 41 tomorrow. Happy birthday, me. And yeah, man, hope that was fun for you. I'm a little crooked, sorry. I didn't realize I was crooked. See you next time on Matt's Garage.